All right, this is an experiment that combines ember-electron with MIDI and Ableton Live and ember-concurrency. So on the right here, I have this Electron window, which is basically a native desktop app that's running an Ember app on the inside. And that means that in addition to all the like Ember add-on stuff that you might, be able to use, you can also require node modules to do really native-y things like, for instance, send MIDI signals to GarageBand or Ableton or anything that can play software instruments. And so I basically made this experiment where I made a bunch of different tasks that ember concurrency tasks that play different notes according to a few different algorithms. So here's one that's just pure randomness. You can play multiple at the same time. Here's a glissando going up. Here's down. Here's a sequence of notes that's picked according to a sine wave. Here's a funky town. A little bit slower. Here's all of them. And you can see all the stuff is actually playing through to Ableton here. I've got a grand piano set up. There's a funny thing that happens where if the Electron window's in the background, it does the same thing that Chrome does when there's a tab in the background. It doesn't let any timers fire faster than a second, so suddenly this noise like goes down to a single second, which is kind of funny. So here's the code. So like I said, this is Electron, so you can just require these native node modules, and I'm using this like MIDI node module for sending out these MIDI signals in a way that Ableton can see. And the way this works is basically you say new MIDI output, and then you open this virtual port, which basically creates this virtual MIDI instrument that gets destroyed when you close this program or reload the Ember Electron app when you like make a code change. And Ableton can see this, and anything GarageBand can see this. Anything will be able to see this and play the software instrument. Here's the make noise one, the random one. It literally just goes on loop forever and picking random numbers. Glissando starts at a low note and goes a high note in a for loop. Glissando down goes opposite direction, sine wave. And it's all pretty straightforward. And this one is just, you can play a melody by just listing all the different note values that you want to play. So I think this is really cool. It's definitely a lot of fun. And it's the first time I've ever done any sort of like wrapped native Ember thing, at least on the desktop. So I hope you enjoy that because the stuff's pretty fun.